Aloha everyone, aloha Alex and Danica. I'm Corporate Area Kamoa Kalama. I have the privilege and opportunity to bless your home. You know, just some limited history of this area. Actually, my grandmother had a home in Waikiki, and when this whole area was just being developed, she was one of the first families to move out here, the DeFries family that lives out here. But the history of this place in general is right after Captain Cook came to Hawaii, this place became very popular. The British were looking for different places to come to, and there was a portlock gets its name from one of the captains that had sailed with Captain Cook and then came back 8 years later, called Nathaniel Portlock. And what he had named this bay here was, he named it, Mauna Bay was King George's Bay. And then Waikiki was Queen Charlotte's Bay, just to give you some history. And part of the history of this whole place, when you look up above here between Kamilanui and Kamiliki Ridge, there's a heiau up there, Pohua heiau. And the Pohua heiau was something that was really important to the people in this area, because this is you've got a lot of agriculture and that type of thing. It's a very nurturing area when you look at it. And I share that part of you with you folks, because that's the spirit of this place that you're making your home in. And Kuapakai Pond is one of the most significant ponds all over Hawaii, in this area here that was heavily farmed, heavily fished. And so that's the history of this place, very nurturing place. And when you look at Mauna Bay itself, Mauna Bay is the translation of that is actually two mountains. And when you look at Koko Head, the actual name for Koko Head is Kuamo'okane. So it was the mo'o is the lizard, right, which is really powerful in Hawaiian history, Hawaiian culture, and that's the actual name of Koko Head when you start looking through. Real interesting as you go through, as you fast forward, you know, Henry J. Kaiser came through and actually developed in, short story, my dad actually put in all the plumbing for Henry Kaiser here in many years. So Kaiser ended up developing Ala Moana and that whole area. I had a lot of reflection because as a youngster we'd come through in this part, but the blessing that I'm going to share with you folks is, what I did was I went around, I put water across all the arches of your doors, all of them, just to, again, I went around the house, I marked the corners of your property, and that's just to bring spiritual protection to the place, to come through that asking that all the people that ever come into your home come in here with good intentions, you know, and they leave even feeling better than they were when they come in. And I know you have a big family get-together over here, and you got the youngster over here with all this energy playing soccer, and for a very good school and very good team. Sure. But it's just that spirit trying to embody all of that. And my son asked me to do these things. It's just, my background itself is, my mother, the song I'm going to share with you is a song that was written, a song of Aloha, that was written by my Auntie Pilahi Paki. So wherever you go around Hawaii, there's always a listing of that word Aloha. And it talks about akahai, the importance of kindness, showing kindness to one another. It talks about lokahi, the importance of working together as a group. It talks about the being agreeable, olu kamana'o, to be agreeable, but do so with wisdom as you look through. It talks about the Hawaiian word ha'aha'a, to be humble, to be good servants. No matter how good you are, you know, you don't have to tell everybody you're good, just be good. You know, you go through, but that about the importance of being humble, especially as you go through and you're very successful as you're moving through, to recognize that the pathway that you take is not only about you, it's about your community that you're living in. And this is a very, very good community. Many of the folks that all work here, they do many things. They sit on different boards. They do great things for our community as you go through. And right up the road over here is Lonely Little Home, which one of Hawaii's kings has set aside to care for the elderly. So right across the street from you folks on that other side, right? And then the last letter is for the Hawaiian word ahonui, which talks about having patience, perseverance, so you can emerge victorious. And it's a blessing that's shared with you that my mother put to this song. The words came from Auntie Pilahi, but it talks about that. But the important thing for you both as parents is to pass this blessing of love, passing it through your son to the future generations and to your little friend you have in your arms. So I'm going to leave you just with that blessing of aloha, and I'm going to sing this song that Uncle Mokeale would sing often. But it embodies all those thoughts that I just shared with you. And this ukulele here was given to me by Uncle Sam Kamaka from the Kamaka family who passed away. He was 101, I think, when he passed away, about a year ago. So it's all of that mana that's in that, and the people that he uses over, the family uses over at their factory are, some are mentally challenged, some are deaf, different things, but that's what the spirit of is in this canoe, and this ukulele, and so he gave it to me to go use as I please, which is what I choose to do. Yes. Akai e nā Hawaiian, lokai aku like, olu olu kamanao, hako kulana. Aho nui alana kila ye aloha mai e nā Hawai'i no ke aloha no ka mea nui he o mai e nā Hawai'i. Nā puale, nā mamo, nā puale, nā mamo, i ala mai, ka lahui, he kaulana, e o mai ka lehu, ha he hoe o Hawaii, e aloha mai e nā Hawaii, no ke aloha no, ka mea nui, he o mai e nā Hawai'i, nā puale, nā mamo, nā puale, nā mamo. Aloha and ko mai ka hale. Aloha. Welcome to your home.